All right, we got our ball, we've got our weights, and we're going to start at the very back edge of our mat. The ball will be against our thighs, shoulders back, send that tail long, and we're going to roll that ball down our thighs like we're doing a roll down. You choose how far you go down, and then pull yourself back up. Let's take the breath, do an inhale as we start to come down, and exhale towards the mat. Inhale, pull that navel in, send your tail long. And one more. We'll nod that chin to our chest. We're rolling it down. Stay right here. Place the ball onto the mat. See if you can get the hands flat on that ball. If not, do the best you can. We're going to press into the ball and then release. We'll exhale and inhale. 3 more. Exhale and inhale. 2 more. Don't fight with the neck. And 1 more. Take that ball off to the side and walk your hands out to a plank. Send the tail nice and long. Crown the head is like a flashlight out there lighting the way. And we're going to pike our seat up on an inhale. The heels stay connected. Exhale. Bring it back forward. Inhale. Pike it up. Exhale. Take it forward. I'm going to add on. Inhale. On the exhale forward, drive your right knee in towards your nose. Take the foot back, connect your heels. Inhale. Exhale into a plank, left knee to nose. Inhale, pike up. Exhale, forward. You don't have to lift the knee. You can always lower to your knees and hold a modified plank. Inhale, up. Exhale, drive forward. 1 more. Inhale. Now hold this knee in and do little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Put that foot back into a plank. Drive the right knee in and give a little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that leg back. Send those heels to a parallel position and lower to your knees. I'm still in this lovely plank position. Flatten the feet. Drive the shoulders down. Bend the elbows, lowering your chest towards the mat, and press back up. Inhale as we lower. Pay attention to those shoulders. Make sure they're back in those pockets. Make sure your hips are lowering to the mat with the chest. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, 2 exhale, and 1 more. Inhale, 2 exhale. Stretch it back and release those wrists. Good. Onto your seat we go. Grab onto your ball. Starting in the center of your mat, take the ball behind you. Give it a little flick so it's slightly higher up and lean back onto your ball. The legs are 1 fist width apart. Melt those shoulders down. Don't think of lifting up. Think of pressing in. We're going to curl in. And 2. Exhale as you press in for 3. Now, if you don't need support with those hands, reach those arms long. Keep the shoulders down the back. Keep that navel pressing in and stay rounded in that C curve. Harder, next level. Grab onto the weights. Hold them parallel, palms turned in. 7, 6. These are tiny. 5. You can also do this lying on the mat without the ball and crunching up off that mat. 2. Hold here. March. Right leg, left leg. So we're alternating, making sure my shoulders are heavy, my navel is pressing towards the ball, no strain to my neck. I'll go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. I'm going to take both weights to the right outer thigh. If you need support for your back, put the hands behind that right thigh. We're going to do little crunches up. And 2. Smaller is better. 3. Exhale up. 4. Creating some heat in that core on this cold day. And 7. And 8. I'm going to lift that right leg, glue my thighs together though. So I'm in like a teaser 1 leg prep. And I'll go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Foot down. Take the weight to the other side. Rotate through that thoracic spine, and we do little crunches up. If you need more support, put the weights down and grab the outside of your left thigh. Don't forget to add the breath. Make sure both sits bones are equally onto that mat. Good. If you want, add that left leg straight, thigh to thigh, knee to knee. Good. And 8, 7, melt those shoulders. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And weights off to the side, hands behind your thighs, and we'll sit back up. Slide that ball up to the mid-back. Come back onto that ball. Take the hands behind your head, elbows are wide. Let's start with a lovely extension over that ball. You choose how far you go over that ball. And then using the abdominals, curl yourself back up from your core, not your hands. So my hands are simply there just to make a cradle from my head to rest. I inhale over and I exhale up. Inhaling over, exhaling up. 2 more. You are more than welcome to stay doing this exercise. This is my last one. I'm going to add on. I'm going to keep my head lifted. And I'm going to take one leg at a time to a tabletop. I'll tap my right toes down and come back up. Now, an easier version of this is starting with your feet down and marching them up. We're starting up and lowering them down. Can you feel the abdominals working so hard? They might even get a little shake to them, and that's okay. Take your time. Moving faster will not make you stronger. We have to have control. We have to move from our center. Now, I'm going to draw my knees closer, turn them as wide as my shoulders, and connect my heels. I'm going to grab onto those weights. That's always optional. Palms are turned in. I'm going to press my legs out. My arms will go out like a T, and I come back in. Inhale, wrap your thighs. Exhale, scoop the belly. If this is straining to your back, take something out. Maybe it's the arms you don't do. Maybe the feet stay down and you just do the arms, or maybe you go back to those extensions over the ball. Inhale to exhale. Scoop and squeeze. You can lift the legs higher, a little bit easier on that lower back. Good. And then hold here. Bring the legs together and apart. Press. Imagine that ball is between those thighs. And you're going to press the air out of that ball as the navel pushes in deeper with an exhalation. We're going to go for 4. Melt those shoulders. 3. 2 more. 2. Hold it here. Lower it down. Release the weights. And we'll stretch one more time over that ball. Nod that chin to your chest. Hands behind your thighs. And bring yourself back up. Take that ball underneath your toes. So my whole foot will not be on my ball. It's just my toes. And I'll start with my hands behind my thighs. I'm trying to sit up tall. On an inhale, I'm going to lengthen my legs. My hands will slide behind my thighs. And then exhale, come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if having your hands behind your thighs is not giving you enough support, take the hands onto the mat and see if that makes it any better. Inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to go for 3. And give me 2. Good. And 1. Hold. Next level, I'm going to grab onto my weights. Hold them parallel to the floor. I'm going to roll back, and I'm going to bring it in. Inhale. So if you're going to have the weights in those hands, make sure those shoulders are connected to your back. Those thighs should be squeezing. And the navel should be pulling in and up. Don't forget the breath. Inhale, exhale. Now I'm going to add coming in, my right arm going up. And then my left arm. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 1 more each side. You don't have to do the arms. You don't have to do the weights. Hold here and roll it down. Keep the shoulders heavy. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. My toes are still on my ball. And as I come up, I'm going to bend my knees in and reach my arms long. Roll it down. Inhale to exhale. Nod that chin again. Find that lower back. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, and roll it in. Wrap those thighs, melt those shoulders, articulate your spine coming down. Nod the chin, try not to drag that head off the mat. And then right here, we're gonna bend. One more time. Inhale to exhale. Now this time, don't bend too quickly. Nod the chin to your chest. My legs are still straight. I start to peel. Now I'm gonna bring those knees in. Take the weights together. Bring it back a little and push out a little. I'm gonna twist to one side of the room and then the other. And twist, and twist. Feel like you're wringing the water out of your rib cage. Stay strain free in that lower back and the neck and the shoulders. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold center, reach those arms long, and let's take it all the way down. Good. Lower those weights to the mat, bend the knees in, and walk your feet to more on top of your ball. Okay? Make sure you're still on your mat if you need to reposition. Legs together, feet are molded on top of that ball. Anything we do with the ball can be done without the ball, just a reminder. We're gonna curl that tail off the mat, bridge up, press through the shoulders, the back of the arms, and then melt back down. Taking your time. Curl the navel in as we lift up. Lower down. Shh. Try to keep your neck strain free. And watch these hammies, right? They'll get cranky if we don't squeeze and press. Curl up. Squeeze everything you got. Don't make those hamstrings get cranky. And lower down. Let's do one more. We'll curl it up. Open, open, open. And then lower down. We're gonna grab back onto those weights. Our palms are turned in. We're gonna roll the ball out. The arms will come straight up. We roll the ball in, hold the weights to the mat, bridge up, and come down. Inhale out, exhale in, inhale lift, exhale lower. Out and in, lift up, and release. Use your breath. Inhale, exhale. The navel's pulling that ball back in. You got 2 more to go. Press through those weights. Lift up, lower down. 1 more. Inhale, exhale, lift, and lower. Now I want you to take the right knee into your chest and roll the ball out with the left leg. Good. Slowly zip up this right leg all the way up, and as it's going up, your back should be going heavier. Turn that kneecap away from you and float these arms straight up to the ceiling. Plug your shoulders into your back. We're going to circle towards the center, round, and come up. Inhale to exhale. Make this circle as small as you need to, but keep your spine imprinting on the mat. 1 more. And now we're going to reverse. Round, zip it up. Inhale, exhale, 4. You got to feel your navel pressing in deeper. Feel the core moving that leg. 1 more, and pause. I'm going to bend that right knee back in. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest and reach my weights towards the ball. Now bring that ball in and roll it out. Bring it in and roll it out. And lengthen. Good. We inhale out, exhale in. Now, when that ball comes back in, the opposite leg is going to push out. So one's going in, one's going out. When the ball comes in, hammer curl, and then lengthen. So my weights are going to follow the ball. Out and in. 4. Take your time. 3. If your head is lifted, shoulder blades off the mat. And 1. And take 2 feet back onto the ball and the head comes down. So shift that ball to underneath the right leg. Bend that left knee in and slowly roll that ball out. Slowly zip up your left leg and feel the back going heavier as it comes up. Turn that left kneecap away from you. Float the arms straight up over your chest. Shoulders are down, palms turned in. We're going to circle the leg towards the center and lift. Inhale, exhale, 2. Round to come up, 3. Use your core. Back of the head firmly pushing into the mat. And now reverse. Hips don't go with you, so if that's happening, make the move smaller. 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee in. Nod the chin to the chest, and the weights will reach towards your ball. Shoulder blades off the mat if your head is lifted. Roll the ball in and lengthen. Take your time. Good. We inhale out, exhale in. Take it out, bring it in. And next time that ball comes in, push the opposite leg long. And then if you want, when that ball comes in, curl those weights towards you in a hammer curl. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 4, 3, good. 2, 1, 2 feet on the ball, weights down, head comes down. Let your back arch off the mat, and then let it come heavier, drawing those knees a little closer towards you with your ball. Look to one side of the room to stretch the neck, and then look to the other. Anytime I lift my head today in class, you can always keep your head down. Arms will start straight up, shoulders are heavy. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod the chin to your chest and reach those arms once again towards the ball. We're going to take both legs out on an inhale. Resist, exhale, pull it in. Now you're more than welcome to keep your arms just how they are. I'm going to add those arms. I'm going to reach towards my temples and return back in. Notice when my arms go behind me, my head and chest don't go with me. So I'm not going back like this and coming in. Inhale to exhale. Inhale, take your time. Keep your back imprinting on the out and the in. 2 more. 1 more. Take the weights down. Hands go behind the head to cradle that neck. The right toes stay on the ball. Left knee comes towards the chest. Roll the ball out, lengthen both legs, and bring them both back in. Inhale. Exhale. Take your time, feeling both legs reaching long. 2 more. Hold it right here. Curl up a little higher and pulse it for 8. 1, 2, take your time. 3, elbows wide. 4, 3, 2, bring both knees in. We'll give the head a little rest while we switch the ball to the left toes. Woo! Inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod that chin to your chest. The right knee is going to come in, so my right foot's off that ball. Slowly roll it out. Inhale, both legs straighten. Exhale, both legs bend. Inhale. Did you catch yourself back like this? If your head is up, chin to chest, shoulder blades off the mat. I'm sorry. And 3. Little reminder. 2. Hold this one in this L shape. Curl a little deeper. Yeah. Now pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both knees in. Take your arms out like a T. Float your knees to one side of the mat. You deserve that lovely stretch right here. Back to the center. And then we go to the other side. Keep the shoulders heavy, the arms heavy. Enjoy that stretch. Bring it back to center. Grab onto your ball. Hand it to your hands. And place your feet back down. Bridge up and place the ball under your pelvis. Weights are off to the side. Tabletop, one leg at a time. And then we're going to slowly zip the legs up and then rotate the inner thighs around the outer thighs and go into a Pilates V. We're going to lower for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Circle out and bring it back up. Down, 2, 3. The heels stay turned in, so as soon as it comes back up, they can connect. 2, 3. How low should you go? The pelvis and the hips need to stay still. If they're not, you're going too low. Inhale down, exhale up. Now I'm going to go down for 1 count, circle and come back up and keep it moving. And right now you have to feel those abdominals moving these legs. So it's not like let's rush and get through the exercise. Let's keep moving so those abdominals keep working. 1 more, and we hold it at the top. Now take your legs as wide as your mat. Come down, connect your heels, zip up, up, up. Open, come down, connect your heels, scoop and lengthen. Open, around, up. So let's go into singles, out, down, lift up. So 1 count with each move. 1, 2, 3. Use your belly. Remember, the legs are only going as wide as your mat. Don't go crazy on me. 2 more. Squeeze the back of the body, the glutes, and then hug those knees in. So hopefully you felt your core working. We take these knees down to the floor. I want you to bridge up and then slide the ball to where the heel of the hands are on top of your ball. So you really feel like your shoulders are getting some length away from those ears. I'm going to do little bridge pulses and just gently push into my ball as I'm coming up. Navel to spine, shoulder to rib cage, feet are flat, and keep pushing into the ball as you lift. And 8, and 7, and 6. Here's 5. Exhale as you press. Shh, shh. 2, hold it up, grab onto the ball, bring it behind your head. Arms are straight. Take a nice big inhale, and on the exhale, melt your spine down. Take your time. Each vertebrae's got to come down in the right order. Don't miss any. So I'm still coming down. I'm still coming down. And I'm going to hug my knees into my chest. Okay. Take the ball behind your right knee. Hold it there by your calf, dropping onto the ball. Other foot, put it to the floor for now. Hand over hand behind the head if you'll be lifting your head up off the mat. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. Now, if you want, you can keep this left foot to the floor. So I'll do it first with my left foot to the floor. I'm going to rotate towards that ball. But I'm going to keep both elbows in a straight line, shoulder blade off the mat. And I'm going to tap that toe down and lift. Down. So I've got my hips square. I'm still imprinting my spine. I'm just twisted from my mid-spine. So make sure you're not tilted where your back is off the mat. Next level, you're going to take that left leg out to 45 and keep it there. Tap. Lift. Imprint your spine. You are working overtime here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it right here. Now we're going to twist the other side. We're going to tap the ball down and then push it out. So now I'm alternating side to side. Now, does that mean you come back here on your shoulder blades and say, well, this is easy? If it's easy, we're not doing it right. So curl up, get those elbows wide. 3, 2, 1, and hug it in. Now, the good news is that side is done. The bad news is we're doing another set. Okay, but we're all friends here, and we know that that's just all about me loving you guys. So take your right foot down, the knee can stay bent, other knees into your chest, hand over hand behind the head. Now get the elbows open here to even start. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod the chin to your chest. Now rotate in the direction facing the ball. Curl up deeper, feel that oblique. We're going to tap the ball foot down and lift. Now remember, we always talk about control. So make sure it's not fast. Make sure you're using your abdominals to lift this leg, and you're squeezing into this oblique because you're turning towards it. Yes? Good. Now if you want, keep moving, but extend the other leg to 45. Tap, lift, tap, lift, tap. Keep imprinting, keep imprinting. Do a check. Scan that body. Good. Now, we're going to go here, twist, tap, twist, bam, bam. So the ball leg is never going to change. It's always going to stay bent. The other leg is bending and straightening. Don't think about it. Just let the body move. As soon as you start to think about it, it's too much. Keep it going. 4. Good. 3. Come on, curl up deeper, curl up deeper. 2 and 1. Hug it in. Yes, I got a woo-hoo. Very nicely done, kids. And then we'll rock ourselves up and we'll stretch our spine. Okay, you deserve this stretch. All right, remember, you can drink water through class. Don't be a camel. So the ball is going to start on my mat. My feet are flexed, and I'm creasing at my hips, so I'm not back to here. So if I laid my palms on my mat flat with my pinky just in that crease, I just touch the side of my pinky. I don't smash it, and I don't come completely off of it, okay? So I'm giving you that cue. If we don't have mirrors, we need to know, are we sitting up tall? Okay, well, where's our pinky in relation to our hip? Flex the feet. You can always bend the knees to sit taller. Melt those shoulders down. So I want you to gently press into the ball to lift you up taller. Now take a nice big inhale, and on the exhale, I'm going to peel forward. But my lower back is going to stay. Roll the ball towards you, connect the shoulders, squeeze your seat. Now you come up. Don't lean back. Nod that chin to your chest. Exhale forward. Eyes to navel. Watch your navel going back to your spine. Roll the shoulders down your back. Come up. Exhale. Inhale. Squeeze everything you got to protect that lower back coming up. Nod that chin. Exhale. Good. I can even feel the back of my legs stretching, my heels. They're lifted off my mat. They're trying to press an elevator button. Yes. We're just going to do one more. Bring it back up and release. Bend the knees, and we're going to take the ankles to hold the ball now. Hands will go behind your thighs. I'm going to sit back and balance on my sits bone, so my toes are off the floor. If this is straining to your lower back, ditch the ball. Do what we're doing with only one leg lifting and the other foot staying on the mat. And I will show you what I'm talking about in a second. So shoulders are down, scoop the belly in and up. We're going to try and take these legs up and then down. So a modification would be one leg lifting and the other leg staying down. And that should help keep out of your lower back. Okay? And you would keep doing that. Good. Now I'm going to hold this one up. I'm going to add on. I'm going to slide my hands up towards my ankles. Doesn't mean your shoulders went with you. Squeeze into the ball, feel the abdominals engage, and feel those shoulders melting down. Hold here. I'm going to squeeze the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bend the knees, reach the arms long. Roll down, or at least to where you know you can come back up. Nod the chin to your chest. Hold this diagonal. Float the legs up, grab onto them. Bend the knees back down, roll down. Do not overwork your quads. Chin to chest, eyes to belly. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Slowly bring it back down. We're retracing our steps. And lower down. Lift up. Here are ways I can modify this. Lift the legs up. I can extend one leg out. Bring it back in. Roll it down. So if I did my right leg kicking out, this time I would do my left. Bringing it on up. Extend both legs. Good. And then bring it all the way down. Lengthen your legs straight out and reach the arms behind you. Yes. Circle them around, nod the chin to your chest, and sit up. Hoo-yah. Okay. Come back onto your forearms. And again, I want the chest open. Now, hopefully your ball is one that does not have a whole ton of air, so when I take my leg away from it, it doesn't roll away, okay? So plug those shoulders into your back. I'm going to flex my heels. My right leg is going to go on top of the ball and then back down. Same side. We're going to do 8 with the right leg. When I take it on top of my ball, I give a little push. So I should engage the muscles in the back of that leg as well as my core. Watch your neck. Watch your shoulders. Watch your spine. 2 more. Hold it on top and we push down the ball. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put that leg down. Now we're going to lift the left leg. Scoop the belly in. Here we go. Push and tap. My feet are flexed. When you push into that ball, that's the belly, the navel pushing in. And we go for 4. You can lay down if your neck and shoulders are getting cranky. 3 and 2. Hold it on top. And we pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that foot back down. Go back onto the right leg and then press yourself up to sitting tall. Reach forward. Round down. You're more than welcome to put your ball here instead. We're going to roll that ball in and out. In and out. So I'm rounded. I'm not flat backed. I'm rounded, my little C curve. Shoulders are down. Belly scooping. Good. And 3 and 2 and 1. Press the ball in between both legs. Come back onto your forearms. Tip your legs straight up and then lower down. Lift and lower. Good. Watch the shoulders. Watch the neck. And 3. Good. And 2. 1. Feet down. Sit up. Left leg on top. Round it back. You can also have your hands here for support. Roll the ball in and take it out. Plug those shoulders into your back. Don't feel strain to that lower back. And we go for 4. Good. And 3. Yep. 2. 1. Straddle the ball with your feet. Come onto your forearms. Tip these legs back up. Now this time, I don't want to be predictable. No predictable. I'm going to go a little bit to the right. Center. Left. Open up your chest. Shoulders down. Out. In. Out. Keep that ball tight. And I'm only going as far as I can keep my pelvis neutral. It's not going with me. Can you feel your core working today? Okay, beach bodies, right? Right. On a day like today, we really feel like it's coming soon, don't we? Okay, and then round down and hug it in. Put your ball down for a second, and I want you to do a little butterfly stretch lying down. So the bottoms of my feet touch together. My knees are apart. I grab onto my ankles, and I'm just letting my knees open out to each side. You can even rock side to side if you want, but just let those hip flexors, inner thighs get a little stretch. If you want, you can take those legs out to a V and get a stretch here. Just grab behind the calf. Good. Bend it back in and rock yourselves up. Lovely. Okay. Come onto your stomach, onto your stomachs. Okay. So you're halfway there. More than halfway there, so don't freak out on me. All right, so you're going to need your weights. I'm going to take them forward. I'm going to first start with the ball in front of me. No weights needed yet. So we're going to get this lovely extension. So my heel of my hand is on top of my ball. My fingers are lengthening off the ball. I want you to pull your navel in. Your legs are only a fist width apart. Before I lift my head, I slightly give that ball a roll, connecting my shoulders to my back. Now I'm going to safely lift up my head and chest by my arms staying straight, my shoulders going down, and the ball coming towards me. That's a lot. And then press back out. The main thing is I want you to not think of lifting from your head, but lifting from your back, and you're lifting up your sternum And then press that ball back out. Connect the shoulders, roll them down your back, heads along for the ride. Exhale, pull your navel in. And one more. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, lower. Now I want you to put the weight in your right hand. And my arm is going to be parallel to my other arm. Hover the weight off the mat. As you roll the ball towards you, pull the weight back, follow it back home. Keep the weight off the floor. Roll the ball slightly towards you, lift up in an extension, bring it back down. Keep both hips pressing into the floor. Roll it back down. One more for 4. Inhale, squeeze lemons in the armpits, and release. You don't have to use the weights. Put the ball underneath your right hand. We okay? Okay, grab onto your weight. And my weight is 2 pounds. So be careful if you're doing, 3s, because that 1 pound makes a huge difference. Don't go heavier than a 3. All right, so both arms are parallel. I'm going to lift the weight off the mat, engage my back muscles and my shoulder. And here I go. I roll the ball. I follow that weight. Exhale. Inhale. Squeeze lemons with both armpits. 2 more. Inhale. 2 exhale. 1 more. And release, and you deserve a child's pose. Scoop the belly and round the back. Are we warm yet? Okay. Just checking. Okay. Grab onto your ball. Bring the weights back to each side of your mat so they are ready when we need them. I'm going to take my knee, my right knee, and place it on top of my ball. So this is going to create some instability, so you are always welcome to keep your right toes on the floor. And then while we start moving, you can always try to do the move with your toes off the floor, okay? But don't feel like you have to. And if your ball has a whole lot of air in it, it makes it even more difficult to balance up there. So if you brought your own ball, feel free to grab one of mine. All right, so my left leg is already back there in this little lovely plank. I'm going to lift that leg up off the floor. Hold it there. Now I'm going to pulse it for 3. 1, 2, 3. Drive in the knee. Lengthen and lift. 3, 2, 1. Shh. Feel free to take those toes off the mat. If you're like, well, this is kind of easy. Shh. Make sure your hips are staying square when you're kicking that leg. I hear giggling. You must be trying to have your foot off the mat. Okay, it's good. I'm glad you're trying. 1, 2. I go back and forth. I'll do a couple reps with it off the mat, then I'll go back on the mat. Can you give me 1 more? 1, 2. Oops, leg is straight, then bend it in and release. Okay, switch the knee. Hey, if you can't have fun in class, like who wants to do it, right? And we're not laughing at each other, we're laughing with each other, right? Or at ourselves. There's nothing wrong with attempting these. Okay, so make sure you've got your form. It's shoulder over wrist, hip over knee. Lengthen that back leg off the floor. Square off your hips. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Drive the knee in. 1, 2, 3. Inhale on the kicks. Exhale slow. And I'll give you a little hint. If you move with control and slow, you'll have more success on top of that ball with your toes off the mat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you feel those lemons in your armpits? Don't let them go. 1, 2, 3. 1 more. 1, 2, 3. Knee down. Okay, I'm going to straddle that ball with my knees. Stretch back, though, and release those wrists. You need that break. Lovely. Okay, so before your wrists get too cranky, we're going to do knees off. So I go back into my quadruped position, but this time the ball is between my knees. You're more than welcome to try and do this with your forearms. It'll feel a little bit different, but at least it will give your wrist a break. So we're going to push air out of that ball, engage the abdominals, curl the toes under. You can see your toenail polish. Just hover your knees and shins parallel to the floor. We're going to squeeze that ball. 1, 2. Now, you know when you squeeze the ball, it's just like the magic ring. You squeeze the abdominals. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Stretch it back for just 1 count. Bring it back forward. Press air out of the ball. Lift up and squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees. Stretch back. I can flip my wrist for that quick second. I come back up, curl the toes, press into the ball, lift up, and squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5. Plug your shoulders into your back. Lower down, stretch back 1 count. Come back up for our final set. Curl, press, lift, not too high. Look where my knees are, look where your knees are, and squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, inner thighs. I'm going to take my arms behind me and stretch. Lovely job. Lovely. Place the ball between your ankles. Come out into a forearm plank. I'm holding candlesticks in my hands. Lengthen the legs long if you're able to do a full plank. Good. Hold here. Send the tail long. Squeeze lemons in your armpits. Press your navel up to your spine, spine up to the ceiling. Now I want you to shift to your left hand. Face the right side of your mat and bring that right arm straight up. Hold. Bring the forearm back down. Now we're going to shift the weight to our right forearm. We face the left side of our mat. We bring the arm up. We hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Switch to the left arm. Side plank. Now from here, I'm going to lower my hips a little bit and bring them back up. Lower my hips a little bit, bring it back up. You don't have to. This is just a change from the last set. Bring that forearm back down. Check in with your body. Now the forearm, the right forearm's got it. I'm looking to my left. I bring that arm up. My hips will go down and up. 3, 2, 1. Come back onto the forearms. Hold here. Hold here. Feel the strength in that body. Feel your body getting stronger and stronger with each minute of class. Lower to your knees and stretch it back. Way to go. Okay. Woohoo! Just a little bit over 15 minutes. So we better get on to our side. All right. Make sure you're drinking water. Ball underneath the bottom of your rib cage. Forearm comes onto the floor. We're in a clam position. Now the weight is going to be optional. The weight's optional. Okay? I'll wait. So don't be sinking down on your ball. Feel like it's so hot and you're trying to stay off of it. And you're going to squeeze a lemon in that bottom armpit. And I'm going to lower my arm as my knee raises up and then come back down. Good. So I have opposition. My bottom leg is pushing down. Top leg is coming up. Squeeze a lemon in each armpit. Good. And we're going to go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now turn the palm to face forward. As I do my clam, I'm going to bend my elbow. I'm off my ball. I'm going to push everything up, retrace back down. Okay? So let's do that again. Punch it up, lift it, whoop, and then bend the elbow back down. So we're going to do a shoulder press. We lift, kick it, in, and bend. Open the clam, lengthen slow, tap, and bend. Push it up, kick, tap, and come down. So I feel everything in my bottom part of my body The bottom part facing the mat working. Press it up. Now we're going to kick for 4. Kick 3. Good. Kick 2. Hold it up. We're going to take the arm and leg forward. Sweep it up. Woo! Can you feel that in the hip and the outer thigh? One more. Bring it back in and return. That was fun. Take the ball. Okay, so lengthen your bottom leg. Put the ball on the ankle and reach it long. All right, so our legs are in a completely straight line. I'm going to come down a little lower, and some of you, if you want, can come down all the way. Okay? I'm just going to lift these legs up and down. I'm going to push into my mat as I lift up. So the first sets we did, I was working this side of my body. Now I'm working this side right now. And you squeeze. Shh. Take your time. Shh. I'm going to lay this arm all the way down so I'm able to move into my next sets. So everyone's head will be down. Now you can choose to just keep doing this. I'm going to do one of these. Then I'm going to push up into a side teaser. I'm on the side teaser kick lately. Then I'm going to come back down. I'll lift my legs up and down. Now I'll come onto my seat. My back arm, my bottom arm is always going to be on that mat. Bring it back down. Lift my legs up and down onto your seat. Good. One more time. Lift the legs up. Come onto your seat. Hold this one here. Hold it here. Little pulses. 8, 7. See if you can tap that ball to your hand. 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit. That was fun. Okay. Now, I want you to sit with your top leg kneecap to ceiling, and the bottom leg is here. Okay? And here's my ball resting behind that knee. Now all I want you to do is pushing through this back foot. We're going to lift up in this lovely mermaid, and then come back down. And my arm comes behind that knee. So push through this foot here that I'm tapping, the ones towards the back of your mat. Lifting it up and coming down. Try that again. Sweep, lift, and lower. Press. Both legs will straighten. We'll come down. Give me one more. And you're more than welcome to do it this way. Yep, so if I see you can't do something because of an issue, I'll give you that modification, okay? All right, sweep these legs around. Over the ball we go. Knees are stacked to the top edge of your mat. Shoulder, elbow in a straight line. Arm is up, but plugged into your back. We clam. I lift the knee. My arm comes down and return. Movement should be controlled, precise. This bottom rib cage is not sinking. I'm squeezing lemons in my armpits. You are always welcome to stay with this first exercise. Because remember, the next one, I'll be lifting my hip and then eventually kicking my leg. Do what works for you today. Your body is different every day. Every day. So we work for the ideal of the day. Okay, so now my elbow will bend, my palm is facing forward. Okay, when I do a clam, I'm going to lift up. I'm going to kick that leg, retrace my steps, bend the elbow back down. Open my knees, press up, in, and lower. Whoop. Lift up. That's a lot. So I don't expect you to get it right away, right? I'm having trouble some mornings. Especially today. Press, kick, bend, lower. Open the clam. Straight that leg. Close the clam. Now this time, I'm going to kick for 4, 3, 2, hold it, arm and leg, 4, Tap forward, sweep back up. Tap forward. One more. Retrace your steps and bring it down. Grab the ball, place it between your ankles, and we'll come into a straight line. You can have your head propped up. More comfortable, lay all the way down that arm. So my free hand will press into my mat as I lift these legs up and down. So there's no strain in my neck, my shoulders, my lower back, my hips. You want to make sure that you're pulling everything in and not overweighting this hip on the mat. Because some people will say, oh, it bothers my hip to lay on it. Try to make your body even lighter on that mat. If that doesn't help, put a towel, a sweatshirt, right? A cushion, a toss pillow. Now I'm going to take my arm all the way down. That's going to be my little kickstand during my side teaser. So I'm going to alternate. I'm going to lift my legs up off the mat and lower. Now come onto your butt cheeks. I slide my bottom arm with me, and I slide it back out. I lift my legs one rep. I lower onto my seat slowly, so I'm not flying through this. No, I'm not. Bring it back down. And I lift up. Onto your seat, float up. We've got one more. Lift my legs first and lower them, then onto your butt cheek. I'm going to hold this one here. I'm going to lower and lift. And 7. Use your belly. Come on. And we go for 4. Lovely. 3. Woo. 2. 1. And bend your knees. Okay. Our little mermaid. All right, so I'm going to take this top leg, okay, my top leg, open it up, put it to the floor. Hand is out, so you can't start here. You have nowhere to go. I'm behind my knee. Now the foot that's flat, not the foot that's on its side, the foot that's flat is going to be my pusher, right? I'm going to push off with that foot, lengthen my legs, and then return to that position with the ball behind that knee. So both knees are bent. Push through your flat foot, lift up those hips, woo! Bring it back down. Don't be cramping those hamstrings or quads. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come back home. Last one, last one. And we lengthen. And release. Okay. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right. Here we go. Ball between the knees, grab onto those weights. Check in with your body. Walk your feet a little further out. Come into a diagonal, and here's how far back your diagonal should be. If I take my hands down, they should touch towards the top of my knees, okay? Press air out of the ball, melt the shoulders. You only go back as far as you know you can come up. Nod the chin to your chest, find that lower back. Remember, we stop. Take the arms down, bring them up. Squeeze into the ball. Send that tail long. Nod the chin, find that lower back. Come up, lower towards your knees, and bring it up. Connect the shoulders. Good. Lift. Now, I'm going to lower my arms. I'm going to kick my right leg. I'll lower the arms, kick my left. Can you feel those shoulders working? Supported from that back muscle by your armpit. Good. One more. Bring the arms up, melt back down, and we'll sit back up one last time. Nod that chin to your chest. Peel, 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 peel. Straighten your legs. Turn your palms inward. We're going to work the upper back. My neck stays still. I'm sitting as tall as I can. I'm creasing at my hip. Good. Let's exhale to push back. Good. And we go for 8. Keep the ball tight. So you're engaging the inner thighs, the core. We'll go for 4 more. Here's 4. Good. Here's 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. And release. We're going to come onto our knees. Now, anybody who can't be on their knees this far back sitting, Feel free to come higher up. You can stand, you can sit on your butt. I'm gonna put the ball between my ankles, so it's almost like a pillow back here. Grab onto your weights, one in each hand, and drive your elbows back. Okay? Now you can stay seated, just like this. With a slight hinge forward, you're gonna kick back. Okay? So I want your neck in line with your spine. So if my spine's going this way, so is the neck, but the crown of the head's always reaching long, right? Belly's pulling in, shoulders are relaxed. Now, if you want, when you press out, we can hover and come back down. So I'm not on the center of my knee, I'm more towards the very top of my shin. So I press out as I come up. I'm gonna stay rounded. And I'm really working with my quads as well as my triceps. And we go for 8. Melt those shoulders. 7, 6, 5. Come on, squeeze. 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Flip your palms and pulse. They're facing the ceiling. I'm still hinged forward. I'm pushing. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands go to the mat, weights off to the side. I'm going to walk my knees further back, so I'm in a modified plank. Hold here. Now, you're more than welcome to stay here. If you're going to move on, first check in. Are the shoulders connected to your back? Are your hips in line with your shoulders? Are you still in your box? If you want to go into a full plank, curl the toes under and stretch it long. Hold here. So my heels are going to turn inward, and I'm going to take my right heel, slide the ball a couple inches, and put it back down. Then my left, just a little bit, and back down. So my knees turned out, and back. And back. The belly has to work overtime, twice as hard. Good. In and out. In and out. Take your time. 4, 3, good. 2, and 1. To your knees. Stretch back and release those wrists. You deserve that. Woo. We're down to our final 3 minutes. So sad. Okay, I'm going to keep the ball with the bottom part of my body. So I'm going to connect my heels in a Pilates stance. My legs are reaching long. Ideal positioning, the fingertips face the ball. That's a little too much for my wrists. So I turn my fingertips away, but just make sure that you don't do anything funky with your shoulders, okay? Hold them up and down your back. We're going to scoop the belly and lift those hips up and then lower back down. So as you're scooping, the shoulders are anchoring down. We're lifting those hips. And we're coming back down. Now you can see that I don't get too high. I have very tight shoulders. So some of you will probably look a lot better than me doing this. Lift and lower. But you want to open up the front of your body, strengthen the back of your body. 2 more. Take your time, lifting up, coming down, and 1 more. Lifting up and lowering down, and round forward and grab onto those ankles. Keep holding onto your ankles, but bend your knees like a frog. Your arms will go to the outsides of those knees. Try to have your shoulders over your hips. Don't lean back. Slowly press out, and as you're pressing out, push the belly back. Bring those knees back in. Resist bringing those knees back in. I'm going to keep looking down at my mat. Press out. Lengthen. And then bring it back in from the back of the thighs and the belly. And 1 more. Press it out. Now hold this stretch. Bend your elbows. See if you can get your torso a little closer to those thighs. Good. And then stack your spine. Grab onto your ball. Face forward. We'll finish with a nice mermaid. So mirror me. Take your ball to this side of your mat. Plunk that opposite hip and butt cheek down. Lengthen tall, and as I stretch To my side, my pelvis has to push in, and I got to anchor that hip, and then bring it back up. Here's the breath. Inhale to exhale. And one more. Up and over. Good. Reach back and pass the ball behind you, opening up your chest, and then place to the other side. Sit tall, anchor down, pelvis in the hip. And as we stretch over, we take a nice big inhale. We feel the opposition in our body. So this arm is going this way, this hip is going this way. Exhale back up. One more. Inhale up and over. Bring the ball behind you. Pass it to the front. Try to keep those arms as high as you can as you come behind you, opening up the front of your body. Keep the neck still. Reverse that circle. Don't sink into that lower back. Two more. Oh, I see smiles on our face. You guys must know it's time to quit. Take the ball on the ground, roll it out. So I hope we feel we made ourselves stronger, healthier, more energized, and lengthened. Bring it back in. Use your belly to stack that spine, neck in line with your spine, shoulders are mounted, and you have made it. Woohoo! All right. You feel good? Yes.